What's up, beautiful people? Happy Monday. I hope everyone is having an amazing day and an amazing start to their week today. Today's podcast episode, I was inspired by a friend of mine today to talk about the mindset around the days of the week. And, why for me, at least, I try to, at least on Mondays, I try to put out some extra positivity on Mondays because for some reason, everyone hates Mondays. And so this episode, I'm going to be talking about just kind of the mindset around it and how it's like a culture that we kind of, I think that we need to change amongst ourselves. And, hope you guys get some, value out of this and hopefully we can, turn some of those negative thoughts or mindsets into some positive ones. So anyway, stay tuned, listen, and I hope you enjoy.
Welcome to the Eli Kassab Experience.
All right, guys. So the mindset behind the days of the week, this is something that, again, I was inspired by a friend of mine today to kind of talk about this because we had kind of talked about it a little bit. And, it's a conversation that's come up on multiple occasions with different people. And, and it's on basically why I'm always so positive, why, especially on Mondays. For some reason, Mondays, everyone hates Mondays, and everyone just seems so gloomy and so down. And I guess not everybody, but I'm just saying in generally, in my experience, like a lot of people do dread Mondays, you know what I mean? And this was something that I've never had like this problem of like dreading like a specific day. Cause I'm used to working, 7 days a week. And so there were no real days off, for me in the past. And so, for me, I was doing certain things on certain days. It wasn't that I was looking forward to Friday because then I had Saturday, Sunday, kind of off. And then Sunday night, you're like, oh my gosh, I got to go to work Monday morning. And then you dread Monday. And then Monday, you're just like counting down the days until Friday. And then it's like, so for 5 days out of the 7, month after month, year after year, you're going to basically look forward to that 1 day a week Friday. And kind of dread the rest of it, and that's a mindset like I'm hoping to change at least a little bit. And so that's why I'm trying to put my general positivity out there. None of it's not like, I'm not faking anything. You guys that know me, that really know me, my personality, that just know that this is how I am. I've just, I don't know why it is, why I am the way I am, but I'm not complaining about it. But I'm just trying to get people to see the positive in it. And, if you're in a situation where you don't like a certain day, for example, you hate Mondays, what is it specifically about that Monday that you dislike? You know what I mean? Like you should look forward to your Monday or your work week. The work week in general starts on Monday. That varies from your job and your profession and stuff. But in general, work weeks will start on Monday. And if you're dreading Monday, it's because you're dreading your work. And if you're dreading your work, it means you're not happy with your job or your situation, or you don't feel valued at what you're doing. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not saying like, you find a job that you love doing and you want to do that 24/7. Like, no, like eventually, like, obviously you need some downtime, you need to kind of unwind and decompress a little bit from your like work week. And so, I know, a lot of people I think struggle with finding this balance of the two. Cause while let's say you love your job and it's the best thing in the world, and you can do it like every single day and all day, without any, with no negative mindset, no negative thoughts, and, you're happily doing it. Eventually you're going to need a break at some point. Not that you hate it, but you do need a break. And so it's something we want to understand, like, why are we dreading certain days of the week? I've been seeing a lot of like, stuff on social media, and, I've seen some videos of people like, hey guys, and like counting down the days until Friday. Hey, it's Friday. Like it's the weekend. And I'm like, why are we celebrating the fact that we've like survived this Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday? You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for like celebrating like the weekend, but when you're implying that like Monday and Tuesday or Wednesday are like, oh my goodness, like I think it becomes a problem. You know what I mean? Especially when, you're adding up, if you have that mindset and you're adding that like week after week, month after month, year after year, over the course of your life, like that's a lot of time spent in a negative mindset and just kind of, and just like in your inner dialogue or external, just complaining and not really, enjoying life, And so, one thing that's, I think that can help, if you are in this situation. If you're not, then good for you. I'm proud of you. Way to go. Keep it up. And, you can kind of just listen, continue listening for fun if you, I guess, like the sound of my voice, but, or you find it entertaining. Anyway, but no, I mean, I think it's, I think it's something that, just understanding why and then addressing those concerns. So if it is I'm dreading Monday because I hate my job, or I'm just dreading waking up early to, go to a job that I love, then like, let's try and replace some of those negatives with some positives. A good friend of mine sent me an article about this, and it kind of talked about reframing your mindset around why you hate certain days. And I thought it brought up a good point in trying to basically create some positivity within those days, something to look forward to. You know what I mean? Like, I know everyone looks forward to Friday or Saturday because then that's essentially your day off or your weekend off, and it's like nothing to do. You can do whatever you want, but even your Monday through Friday, like you want to find positives in every single, day, whether it's, like, oh, Monday, like I get to go back to work and go with my, whatever it is, like, my coworkers are amazing. Like, I can't wait to go back to work with them on Monday. I missed them over the weekend. Like, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is. If it's your coworker, if it's your work in general, if you work by yourself and on your own, then it's just immersing yourself in the work that you love doing. But just making sure that we're trying to change this mindset of like, Monday is terrible. Find the positives. And if they're not there, create it. Find out what it is. And, I talk about understanding your why in one of my episodes, as far as like why you're choosing a certain career path and a certain job, but I think understanding your why, like in so many other things, and when it relates to this, is understanding why are you dreading certain days, and really spend some time thinking about that. And it's like, well, is it something that you can fix? Can you change it? Like what can you change about it to make it so that you don't not dreading that day? You know what I mean? Obviously, if you're dreading certain things, you're not doing what you want to be doing. You're not, fulfilled or valued or whatnot. So, start addressing those and start trying to come up with a solution to it. There's always a solution in some form or fashion. And I get everyone's life's a little bit different, as far as, oh, I hate my job, but I have to keep it because I have to pay bills and support a family and do all this other stuff. And that's great. But like, and I get it. And I'm empathetic to the fact that that happens. But make sure that at least you're spending some time in trying to remedy the fact, because you can't keep that up forever. You can't sustain that. Over time, it's going to take on a toll on you mentally and physically, And so it's one of those things where, really just trying to like, especially like on Mondays, I'm really just trying to put more positivity out on Monday because there's so much negativity on this day of the week. No one likes it and I feel bad. And I'm like what is, it's another day. Like, so I just encourage you guys, if you do dread certain days of the week, maybe it's not Monday, maybe it's Tuesday or Wednesday, or maybe it's Sunday or Saturday, depending on what you do for work or whatever it is that's going on in your life. But those days, let's change the mindset. You don't want to have, all those days and years and weeks of just accumulating, like dreading certain days, life's going to pass you by. So, it's something where it's like, let's enjoy every day. Now I get some days are rough. Yes. Okay. We do have hard days and that's okay. I'm not saying like, oh, just, be happy. Like, yeah, we have a bad day, but don't let it get to you. You know what I mean? You have a car accident on a Monday. Oh, Monday. Of course it's Monday. I had a car accident. I got a speeding ticket. I got a parking ticket. Like, well, replace it with something positive. You can't change that. So like, why are you going to let it ruin your day? That one day, if that happens, multiple times, throughout the year, and then year after year, it adds up. Like I just say, it's a lot of negative mindset, negative mentality that ends up kind of getting wired into your brain. And so like just trying to take it one day at a time and try to wire your brain into like a positive mindset. I think it does take practice depending on the person and kind of who you're at and where you're at and what kind of, awareness you have, inside your head, and within yourself, so, yeah, it's something where it's something that I want to try and change this culture of, dreading certain days and just not being happy, so let's look forward to each day, find some sort of positivity in it. Okay. If it's not there, create one. If you have to put up with, if let's say if it is a job that you don't like, but you have to do it because you need to pay the bills for the time being, then let's just find some sort of positivity to put in there in the middle of your day, in the morning or at night, or something that you kind of latch onto, so that if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go in today, you know what, and then focus on the one thing that's, the positive thing that you've implemented, whether that's, a lunch break with your best friend, daddy-daughter day, a mother-daughter date, or son date, or something like that, or Monday night movie night with your family, or something. Just implement some sort of positivity in there to just kind of just to kind of get you through the rough times, just to kind of keep yourself from being wired into this negative mindset, and that it can be a hard thing to undo. And so with that said, I wish you guys the best Monday. Okay, I'm going to try and get this put out today, and then the best week. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Just let me know. I really am an open book, and I'm happy to talk with anyone about anything. And I just want people to be happy. So anyway, gonna finish the podcast with love you guys. Thank you for listening. And I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Okay, stay positive. All right, peace.